Welcome to Control 4 Driver Development Essentials. My name is Peter Cosenza. In this video, we'll dive much deeper into each of the respective template areas. We'll do this within the driver editor environment and in an ordered manner that demonstrates good driver development practices. We'll continue to use the IP camera template and populate all of the template components which are applicable to creating an IP camera driver. If you haven't yet had the opportunity to do so, we recommend watching the T101 Module 1, 2, and 3 training videos. Reviewing that content will ensure that you get the most from this video. This training module will focus on the functionality and features of the Codes Commands area of Driver Editor. This area of the software is perhaps the most feature-rich and complex for driver developers. Once again, we have our camera template loaded. When we click on the Codes Commands tab on the toolbar, the following screen is displayed. As you can see, there is quite a bit of data presented on the screen. To better understand how this information is organized and presented, let's take a tour of the Codes Commands screen. Once you understand the purpose behind all of the information presented here, you'll soon realize how useful this area of Driver Editor can be. Let's start with the general layout of the screen. You'll notice numerous tabs on all four sides of the main screen. They all serve a distinct purpose, and we'll review each of them shortly. The script area comprises the majority of the screen, and it's here where you can review and edit the Lua code of your driver. Finally, the Codes Command screen has its own toolbar above the script screen. We'll review the purpose of the toolbar components in this video as well. But first, let's start on the left-hand side of the script screen and review the tabs available there. Here you can see three tabs: Control 4 API, Control 4 Commands, and Control 4 Notifies. If you've watched the 300 and 400 level training modules, these names should be familiar to you. The Control 4 API tab can display a list of all the DriverWorks APIs that are available to our camera driver. Clicking on the thumbtack icon will pin the list open. As you can see, if you hover over an API, a brief description is displayed. What's even more useful is the ability to add an API into the script screen. To do so, simply double-click on the API name and it will be added to your Lua code. For example, let's say we want to add an API that will fire a specified event which is initiated by our camera. We can double-click on the C4 fire event in our API list, and it will be added to where our cursor is located on the script screen. From here, we can add the rest of the supporting code to complete the addition of our API. As you can see, we've included the Camera Motion Sensed event. In a few minutes, we'll show you how that event is defined using the Events tab. The Control 4 Commands tab operates just like the API tab. When it is opened, we can see a list of the DriverWorks proxy commands supported by the camera proxy. Once again, we can add a proxy command to our Lua code by placing our cursor in the desired location and double-clicking on the command from within the list. Now, let's look at the tabs on the right-hand side of the script screen. Aligned vertically along the script screen, you can see numerous tabs. These tabs represent a means to easily view the respective driver components. For example, the first tab is labeled IR Codes. Obviously, our camera driver does not use IR codes, so when we hover over the tab with our mouse, the content is empty. If we take a look at a driver that uses IR for control, say a TV for example, you can see all of the IR codes used to control the TV, the parameters that make up the IR codes, as well as the IR pattern itself. Codes can be added, edited, and removed from within the IR Codes tab area as well. The next tab we see is the Actions tab. It serves the same purpose as the IR Codes tab in that it will display all of the actions included in our driver. Additionally, we can add, delete, or edit actions from within the Actions tab window. The Commands tab allows you to add commands that are needed by your device but not provided through a Control4 device proxy. You can do this by opening the Commands tab and right-clicking within the Commands window. If this driver contained previously added commands, they would be displayed here as well. Any properties included in the driver are displayed under the Properties tab. As you can see, our camera template includes two properties, Debug Level and Debug Mode. We can see the details of either by clicking on the property name. We can also add a property to our driver from within the Properties tab. To do so, right-click within the Properties tab window. This will display the Add Property screen. We'll call this new property Test_Property. We can edit the new property's elements in the screen below. Next is the Events tab. The Events tab allows you to define any event that needs to be triggered based on the status or a status change of your device. Events created here represent features that are not included in the Control4 proxy. For example, our camera supports motion sensing. The camera proxy does not currently handle this feature. To support it in our driver, we'll create an event that is triggered when the camera senses motion. Remember when we added the API C4 Fire event? We assigned the camera motion sensed event to that API. Here is where we'll create the actual event that the API will fire. The event is added in the same manner as the other elements found under the Script tab. Right-clicking in the screen will display the Add menu. Clicking on Add will create a new event in the list. Here we can assign all of the event elements that we need to include. All of the events used in the driver are displayed in the Events screen in Composer Pro. The Functions and Variables tab allows you to view all of the functions and variables that are currently in the driver. As you can see, our driver has each. If we look at the first variable listed, EX_CMD, we can easily locate that variable in driver code by double-clicking on the variable name. This will highlight the line of code where the variable is declared. This functionality exists for functions as well. Now, let's take a look at the toolbar features available in the Codes Commands area. You'll notice a short toolbar immediately above the script window. It contains undo and redo buttons, cut, copy, and paste functionality, as well as the ability to quickly comment or uncomment selected code. Immediately above this icon-based toolbar, you can see another set of toolbar options. The Edit tab provides all of the expected editing functionality with the addition of two snippet-focused options. The Insert Snippet and Surround with Snippet options let you place frequently used Lewis syntax directly into your code or before and after selected code. The View menu provides numerous settings which can be turned on and off by selecting them. All of these impact the way the template code is displayed within the script window. The Fonts menu allows you to establish the font style, size, and color displayed in the script screen. The Director menu is useful in that it provides a means for you to connect to a controller running an instance of Director. Clicking on Connect will display all available controllers on the same network where Driver Editor is being run. After selecting the appropriate controller, Driver Editor will connect to Director and display all of the DriverWorks drivers found within the project. These drivers are listed in the Device Selection screen. Double-clicking on a device will connect Driver Editor to the instance of the device driver that is in the project. This is useful for debugging your driver, as the output window on the bottom of the script screen performs in a similar manner as the Lua window in Composer Pro. The Record menu allows you to automate copy and pasting of keystrokes entered in the script area. This is particularly useful if you find yourself needing to enter lines of code numerous times or populating lengthy tables. The playback function pays single or multiple instances of the recorded keystrokes. The Codes and Commands area of Driver Editor is very flexible with regards to look and feel. All of the tabs surrounding the script screen can be removed if they are not needed. To remove a tab and its content, simply click on the X when the tab is in the open position. If you would like to have the removed tab reappear, the Windows menu allows you to select any of the tabs that have been removed, or reset the window to its original default layout. This completes the T101 series of template training modules. We hope that after watching these videos, you have a better understanding of how powerful a tool the combination of Driver Editor and driver templates can be in your efforts to create Control 4 device drivers. The next series of training modules we recommend is the T201 series. In each of these training modules, we will focus on one driver template and create a working driver from start to finish.